Game time. Let's get it, MP. Looking good, my guy.
I gotta get up early tomorrow to wait in line for some barbecue. No overtime tonight, okay?
They ain't ready, MP.
Let's keep this winning streak going.
Periodic Last Man Challenge. throwing objects, using improper language, entering the court in play. Spectators engaging in any such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff member. Thank you. Folks, don't forget to come out to the game for Talent Today. What better way to pass the news with pictures of your favorite mascots, Maskman, and the Maverick Dentistry.
Just a reminder, you make a figurine giveaway. Come to the game and get a figurine of your favorite
At power forward, 16 inches. Number 3, Anthony Davis.
This for my city, this for the top, this for the top, this for the win, this for the win, this for the crown, this for the crown, this for my homies and bitches, they know that I love them, I got them, I'm holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you come to my city, this for my city. We thank you for coming, we thank you for coming.
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Looking now at some numbers for Kyrie Irving.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Melo in at the 1 spot. And for the Mavericks, Daniel Gafford is out there with Anthony Davis. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Marshall in at the 3, the small forward. This is the most wonderful time of the year. Christmas and the NBA. All wrapped up, Greg, into one beautiful package.
It is, partner. And as a player, it was always an honor to play in those Christmas Day games. And now it's an honor for us as announcers to call them. It's one of the best days on the NBA calendar.
Irving, good.
Irving, an elusive scorer, so adept at finding space inside.
Here's Melo, and he makes good on the layup. Now Irving. Now it's sent it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Jason Kidd.
The first thing Coach brought up, Rudy Gobert, the multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year. Worried about Rudy's length, of course, saying it causes total havoc around the rim. So the counter is lots of threes and avoiding Gobert in the lane. The French center still with a massive effect on the game plan. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
That is pure from Kyrie. Fantastic working off the catch.
Melo kicks to McDaniels to the left wing. And Melo with the basket on the assist from Randle. Melo's got his second basket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Marshall can't hit. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. And this team has been on a very impressive 17-game winning streak. They are red hot right now.
What an absolute joy to watch. This team is playing a beautiful brand of basketball right now. Everything about it. The athleticism, the basketball skill, the intelligence, the heart, the toughness, the commitment. These guys have been extraordinary.
And it's Irving missing. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Melo. Pass to McDaniels. Randle outside. Sinks the triple.
Credit Julius Randle. Off-season preparation trying to build the three-point range.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have them, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks, guys. Well, after their three-point shooting abandoned them in the finals, the Mavericks have addressed that shortcoming in a major way, acquiring one of the Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson. Klay is eager for a fresh start and an opportunity, I'm told, to add another ring to his championship resume. This should be a match made in heaven.
Without a doubt. Shams Charania with the report. Hey, Shams, thanks. And here's Thompson following Julius Randle's three.
I know he wants to answer the three that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Irving can't hit.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Mavericks trail by 5. Pass to Gafford. Dallas moving the ball around. Thompson for 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Minnesota with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Melo with it. Turns in an outstanding game against Atlanta. And here's Gobert. It's stolen by Davis. Melo with the steal. Gobert with it. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Marshall with it. Working on McDaniels. Outside, Davis. That one, no good. Randle with some nice D. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Man, that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Checked in. And then for Minnesota, Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Edwards. Davis finds Gafford. Outside, Davis. 6 to shoot. Over Ingles. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Timberwolves.
Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing. And they had some box coverage that turned into no coverage.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Look at the Mavericks. They sink a little bit here in the rankings. Still, though, remaining in the top 5.
You know, right now for the Timberwolves, they continue to obliterate expectations because they found a way to get the most out of the guys on this roster.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Prosper's checked in, and Washington subbed in for Marshall. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the professor in that last outing against the Hawks played a huge game. He had an impressive number of points, and he was tremendous in that game. That was a season high in points, too. A fantastic performance from him. Something he wants to repeat tonight. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for Dallas. Trailing by 5. Pass to Exum. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to Conley. Here's the 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, just such a smooth, pretty lefty stroke. That three-point opportunity for Mike Conley? Yes, sir.
Ingles kicks to Randall. And here is Melo. 6 points for him. Rebounded by Prosper. To the middle. Here's Davis over Randall. It's good. This game is all even. Davis has got his second bucket.
And Davis shoots a high percentage because he's so adept at playing to his strengths.
Here's Melo. The 3 connects again from distance.
And defenses around the NBA have to deal with his three-point marksmanship. And he's already proven in his rookie campaign there's very little you can do to slow him down.
It has been a lot of fun, hasn't it, to watch him expand his skill set this season. And lo and behold, he now holds the 4th spot all time for three-pointers in a rookie campaign. To me, that is amazing. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Timberwolves. Different look here. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Caleb Martin. Anthony Davis comes in for Washington. Marshall, he's checked in for Exum. And it's Thompson in for Mike Conley. We've got Davis. Kyrie Irving is out there with Klay Thompson. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And it's Marshall in its small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And a deep 3 from Irving. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Now here's Melo. 9 points in the game so far. Randall. The Mavericks pull it in. Gafford's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
First one falls for him. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Randall with a screen for Melo. Good! Another from 3.
Well, as the three-point bombs keep raining down, he's just moved up one more rung on the all-time list for three-pointers in a rookie season.
The three-point prowess is evident. Such a huge addition to this team. Here's Irving. And such a nice move to make the basket work. Irving's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving, one of the outstanding mid-range shooters. This guy legit 3-level.
Randall with a screen for Melo. And a miss there on the triple. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second. Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Oh, my goodness. AD wanted them to feel that one. Davis boosts his whole team with that explosiveness.
Now here's Melo. 12 points for him. Over Irving. Melo's shot is off. Davis against Ingles. Davis looking for an opening. Pass to Marshall. Some solid defense from Clark. Timberwolves trail. Here's Melo. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. Mike Conley's checked in for Dallas. The Timberwolves making a switch here. For Dallas, they've gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Pass to Davis. Now Conley. Last game out, he had 14 from 10 feet out. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now here's Melo. He's covered closely. Fires the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Melo's got 15 points.
Boy, he's putting pressure on the defense. That's 2 from downtown this period.
Outside Conley. Loads it up for Davis. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by a bucket. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot from Wally. Okay, they're thinking about the shot. Nice. Oh, that's nice. It's all good. Let's hear it for our contestant.
Hey everybody, nothing like a little trade news to perk up your day. We'll take a look first at some transactions around the NBA. Trades, 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 trades. If you guys could trade one thing about this show, what would it be?
Can we trade, Kenny? This lack of protein intake bothers me.
Come on, Shaq. You know, just because I don't eat certain things doesn't mean you have to trade me. Like, I don't like this chair. It always makes my back hurt.
I'll trade those salads and those vegetables in the break room for more barbecue chicken alert, Ernie. I mean, enough with this salad stuff.
And moving on to the Timberwolves now. They're in the midst of a close game.
They've been playing very unselfish. I'm telling you, these guys are feeding off the ball movement, and as a basketball fan, it's wonderful to watch, Shaq.
Yeah, no Tyler Ball from them. That's why they're getting the good looks. Get it, Tyler Hero?
Your Tyler Ball, Hero Ball.
I knew you would understand, Ernie.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. What a game we're seeing from the professor.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Hey, you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
So on the floor for Minnesota, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Randall out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Melo in at the point. And it's good for 2. Melo's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Minnesota. Mavericks trail by 4. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked out, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much. And it's Irving with the ball for Dallas. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And the shot is good. Irving's got 14.
What a masterful performance from Kyrie Irving. He's over a decade into his career. He can still take over a game.
Now here's Melo. And again for three.
Well, with the way he's been shooting from distance, I can't say I'm surprised that he's now second all-time in three-pointers made during a rookie campaign. He has been impressive.
And some of the best shooters we've ever had in the NBA are on this list. I don't think it's an understatement to say we could be witnessing a generational talent.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Driving in, and the shot goes in. Now it's a 7-point Minnesota lead.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Back to Irving. To the paint. Gafford passes to Davis. 5 to shoot. That one doesn't go. Randall with some nice D.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
And really, this is the time to push it. Try to extend that lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the fourth if they just have a few more possessions like that.
Thompson outside. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Davis against Randall. Davis down low. No good again that time. Minnesota leading by 9. Here's Melo. Drills the three-pointer. Melo's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Timberwolves. For Dallas, they've gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Checked in for Najee Marshall. Minnesota also making some changes. Alexander Walker comes in for Gobert. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Melo. Here for the Timberwolves. For 3. It's the buzzer! Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
Great awareness in crucial situations. Nicely done.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back to the end. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first. 3 quarters. So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Conley out there with Irving. Then it's Martin. Then it's Exum, and it's Washington in at the 4. Here's Melo, and he slams it down right on top of P.J. Washington.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Irving with a clean look. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game. Melo kicks to Gobert. There's the triple. Melo's shot is off. Mavericks trail by 15. Irving passes to Conley. And it's Irving missing. Minnesota shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Lets it fly. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for Dallas. And the layup falls.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Here's Melo. And the 3 ball is good. Melo's got 35.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Here's Conley. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Timberwolves leading by 16. 3-pointer. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Martin with the bucket.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Minnesota's gone 2 or 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Now here's Melo, over by Conley. Melo pass to Shannon. Gobert with a screen on Conley. Offensive rebound. In the corner, Dillingham with it. Melo with it. Second chance shot. Missed inside. Irving from long range. No good that time.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
And here is Melo. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Every possession is critical now. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Martin. Anthony Davis comes in for Washington. Marshall, he's checked in for Dante Exum. And it's Klay Thompson in for Mike Conley. At the elbow, Irving. In the corner, it's Gafford. And Marshall kicks to Davis. Gobert against Irving. Gobert with the block.
Almost inescapable, that 7'9" wingspan. Send it back, big Rudy Gobert.
Here's Melo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Melo's got 43 points. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
And the shot goes in.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
One shot.
And that one misses. You know, Doris, I'm not sure many people take into account what a grind the NBA season is.
I couldn't agree more, Kevin. And listen, these guys have the best of what's available. They stay at top quality hotels. They have incredible professionals that take care of them. But there is no making up for a lack of sleep when you've played a game at 8 o'clock at night. You leave the arena at 1, and you may arrive in your next city at 4 or 5 a.m. and tip off that night at 7. And this goes on week after week. It is not easy.
Left side, Edwards. Tries the spin move. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Dallas has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Davis. Pass to Irving. Shot to stop the run. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. 20 points for Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, that's next level stuff from AD. He draws the eyes of the defense and then locates the open man.
And the Timberwolves call timeout. So it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
One of the greatest shooting seasons a rookie has ever had.